What's up guys, Tiyaki the 8th here. If you don't know me already, I'm the creator of the hit idol group Trilight, you know. Did you know that I had Splatoon OCs before I created them? That's right, I was like straight cooking when I was a kid. Except, not really. I mean, this shit's kinda ass, which is why I'm sharing it with you all today. But before we had Trilight, we had these guys. Yeah, I don't really know if they ever had a group name, but we got Aniki, we got Ume, we got DZ, and we got Haki. For those not caught up with the lore, Haki is actually my ex-partner who I inserted to the story at the time because she was like the only other person I knew who actually played Splatoon. But you'll notice here that Haki's a boy, and we'll get into that plot twist later. Alright, so Aniki looks like your stereotypical little bitch boy, Ume is like the stereotypical pretty girl, and then we got DZ here who looks like a dude bro, and Haki's the protagonist because I felt like it, I suppose, but at least I wasn't self-centered enough to make myself the protagonist. You gotta give me bonus points for that one. As you can see, I even drew these characters all grown up in their Splatoon 2 outfits, so I was like going all out with the world building and everything here. And if you have eyes, you'll notice that Haki got evicted from the team and was replaced by Lily, but Lily isn't relevant and probably never will be. Okay, so with that all out of the way, how about we read the damn comic like I said we would? Leave a like if you think this is cringe and awesome, because if you do, I'll make a sequel. Okay, let's start. Alright, so our story begins here in this big shot of the city. I don't know why I was so proud of this drawing when I first made this. Like, I made this and I was like, whoa, I drew the entire city, I'm so good at art! And if you look at it for more than 5 seconds, you'll know that I traced, but let's move on. And now here we got Haki saying, look at this place, it's huge! I don't know. And now in this panel, all of the amigos have meeting up in the middle of the square, even though I didn't draw them in the last panel, but I digress. We got Aniki saying, a little too huge for my liking. And then the girl says, come on, it'll be fun, we should go clothes shopping to freshen up. I don't, listen, you gotta know, I was a kid when I made this. When I made the girl character into shopping, it wasn't for any reason of personal prejudice, I guess. I was a kid, leave me alone. And then DZ says, then we'll go weapon shopping, right? And then we cut to the next panel where we got Aniki over here looking like Kevin up home alone going, oh, so much shopping. I think I'm gonna get into debt before I even become an adult. When I was a kid, I thought this was like the funniest shit ever. I thought like I was a comedic genius above everyone else. And now I'm looking back at this and I'm like, well, he's kind of right. I did kind of go into debt off of one shopping spree, so it's not even funny anymore. And the last couple of panels of the pages are just me drawing the shopkeepers. Honestly, this looks kind of cute. Like, look at Sheldon. He looks like a cutie patootie. Jalonzo looks cute too. And then Krusty Sean, she's there. She doesn't look that cute, but she's there too. And then the next panel, we got the girl going, how about we meet up to reveal our new outfits and weapons? And then the dude bro says, okay, be there in a bit. And you'll notice the protagonist looks like he's a really bad friend because he just goes, alright. But the thing is, I modeled his typing style after my ex's typing style, so this is just kind of what she was like. And last but not least, we got comedic genius and self-insert Aniki going, I finished 20 minutes ago. We're on page 2 now, and the girl goes, hey guys, I'm back. I got a lot of cool things. And now we got Aniki here saying, sorry, but they're not back yet. I've been waiting a while too. And then the girl says, who the hell is this guy? And now in the next panel, we get to, calm down, it's just me, Aniki. And then the girl goes, Aniki, my butt, it really is me. And I don't know what's going on in the background there with like the flower and like the imp looking thing. I really don't know what's happening here, but the girl is really mad at the incel for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It's really outlandish, but that's probably what I thought was funny when I was a kid, so let's move on. And after that happens, the incel takes off his mask just like Dream and goes, see, look, it's me! If it looks like I'm really clowning on Aniki for no reason, then you'd be right. This guy was my favorite character draw, like every single time I went to go draw. and I have so much art of him. I'm just gonna put it on the screen and show it to you guys. Like, I was obsessed with this character, and now I'm looking back at this and I'm like laughing at it because I'm like, this is so absurd. Why did I ever think that this was gonna be a massive comic that people were gonna love? But I digress. Let's just keep going. And after Aniki finally convinced the girl that it's really him, she goes, "Oh look, it's Aniki, who would have thought?" And he very rudely says, "For someone with glasses, you really are a blind bitch." And listen, I need to explain myself. For this part of the comic, I was using this advanced writing technique called projection. And the reason I say this is because at this point in the story is when I started wearing glasses in real life, and then I realized that wearing glasses really sucks, so I stopped wearing glasses, and I'm still partially blind, but like not blind enough to where I need to wear glasses. I digress. The point is, I thought glasses were stupid, so I wrote in Aniki saying glasses are stupid to get the point across that glasses are stupid. So now the two characters have calmed down, and we got Aniki going, at least she found out it's me. It goes, so, anyway. And then girl goes, huh? And then Aniki says, I was really wondering what weapon you bought. I bought a Splattershot Pro. What about you, Ume? And then the girl goes, I'll go get it. And I drew flower petals and everything because I wanted her to look pretty in this shot. And yeah, I really don't know how that helped, but there you go. She looks cute, don't she? So then Ume says, be right back. And then Aniki says, okay, I'll wait right here. And now we're finally on the third page, and Aniki says, now I'm all alone again, like the incel that he is. And being the incel that he is, instead of, following his friend to go get her stuff, or maybe perhaps checking on his other friends, you know what Aniki decides to do? That's right, he decides to sit his white ass down and start drawing in this conveniently out of nowhere obtained notebook and pencil. And he goes, I'm gonna get my next design ready, because the idea for Aniki was that I wanted him to be set up to be like this fashion designer in Splatoon 1 who actually gets really big in Splatoon 2, but we'll get to that in a bit. Then we cut to the next panel where he says, maybe I'll use them as models. And, it's just Squid Squad. I feel like this is like the real world equivalent of just drawing one day and then the fucking Beatles appear out of nowhere and going, oh, I should use the Beatles as my drawing reference. Genius. I don't know what this dude was thinking, but sure, why not? Also, if you've been paying attention, then you'll notice that my drawings have been getting progressively more and more lazy with like the backgrounds and coloring stuff. One, no, it never gets better. Two, just deal with it. I promise the story is still somewhat okay. So then he says, okay, let's go! And starts drawing. And in the next panel you'll notice he's singing while he's drawing. If you look at the sheet music I drew there, one, I notated it very incorrectly. Two, it's supposed to be now or never because, I thought it would be cool? I don't know. Anyways, there's this dude standing behind him, and if you have any brain cells in your head, you might be thinking, oh, that's probably one of his friends that went shopping and he's back now. And you would be right, because it's just Daisy, he's back now, and he goes, yo, Aniki. So then Aniki goes, Daisy, how long have you... And then Daisy says, meh, just got here. What you got there, Aniki? And then Aniki says, I was just drawing this girl I saw in the plaza, for my clothing line. And this is funny to me because now all I can think of is like, what would this be like in the real world? Like, would it be like just some kid drawing like John Lennon wearing Gucci before Gucci was a thing? And with that, we finally reached the halfway point of my Splatoon comic. So without further ado, let's just keep going with this. And since DC's the only character with a brain here, we hear him say that, don't tell me, that girl, she's... And then Aniki goes, what, your 27th crush of the week? What? No! You seriously don't know who that girl is? No. So then I guess DZ logs on to twitter.com and goes, @Grok, please show me a picture of Namida from the Squid Sisters. So once he finds her, he says, see, look, I found her. I gave him the wrong voice, whatever. Her name is Namida, from the Squid Squad. And this is really strange because I feel like, what's his name? Anaki should know who Namida is because he was literally just singing Now or Never, like, I don't know, a page ago. But whatever, I'll let this plot hole slide. And now we got peak incel Anaki going, now that I think of it, I could have met a celebrity, all blushy face and stuff. And here comes Ume, she's back for some reason, and because she can't let anyone fun, she goes, you two, us? You two met a celebrity without me? And then we got the boys here, IRL skull emojiing, and go, that's not at all what we said. And because I didn't want to draw them explaining everything that happened, I used this literary device called Don't Show or Tell, called, Flash Forward. So now we got these guys going, oh, so we both get ink strike, huh? That's funny! Because she's using the heavy splatling, and he's using the Splatter Shot Pro. And then we got Incel Anaki here going, yeah, well, Hotkey chose the ink brush, so that means the three of us have ink strike. It's honestly so unbalanced. And all I have to say is, how does he know Hotkey chose ink brush? Nowhere at all was that information conveyed, so this guy just knows that off the top of his dome. Two, who the fuck cares? Just let people use whatever weapons they want. It's not that big of a deal, dude. And since DZ's the only character that's allowed to have fun in this comic, he says, not to worry, my killer whale is gonna be a game changer. That'll fix the balance. But of course, fan favorite Incel Anaki cannot let this slide, so he says, this guy's honestly so stupid. What's one killer whale gonna change? Nothing! Absolutely nothing! It's like I'm the only smart person here. This fucking dumbass. Holy shit. And of course, DZ, being the only good character in this comic, says, why are you looking at me like that? Did I do something wrong, Anaki? Because, you know, innocent dude, I guess that's the joke. But anyways, Ume immediately clocks Anaki on his villain bullshit and goes, he's probably talking crap inside his head again. Snap out of it! And then she just fucking kills Anaki, making her the new fan favorite of this comic. And right before he can bite the pavement, he says, tell my sister that I love her. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, he does have a sister, and she's actually very relevant, but not in this comic. She's relevant in a different comic because she's actually the new Agent 3, but that's not really important because what matters here is that DZ is watching his literal friend die, and he can't even stand up for it to happen. And we got Ume on the other side just looking real proud of herself. And now in the next panel, we got DZ just all hysterical, crying literal tears over his buddy, going, Anaki, please wake up, say something to me, man, don't die on me like this. And then Ume here is thinking, all I did was punch him a little. I think that will do the job. That is in fact how you punch... That is in fact how you get a little boy killed. And look at her in the next panel. She looks so proud of herself. She goes, I must be some sort of god. And completely glossing over the violence that has just ensued, DZ goes, anyways, we were just talking about hockey, right? He was supposed to meet up with us here. So, where is he? I don't know. First of all, no, you guys mentioned hockey by name like once, so this is just a really shitty segue from me as a writer, but let's see what this resolves into. So Ume conducts this genius master plan to find the whereabouts of hockey by simply texting him, and if this was Incel Anaki right now, he'd probably just give up, sit on the floor and draw, but I digress. She goes, I'll text him right now! And, I don't know what the text says. I can't read it. It's too small on my screen, but you guys can probably zoom in and read it. And, it turns out she can't send the text because reasons. Oh no. And then she goes, oh, that's really weird. I can't message him at all. And then we got the two amigos over here looking real sad, like, oh, shucks, I guess he's dead now or something. So then the boys try to contact Hockey too, but surprise, it doesn't work for them either for reasons. So being the losers that they are, they just decide to give up and go, well, whatever he's doing, I hope he comes back soon. And that's where the chapter ends. Yeah, guys, that's my Splatoon comic. There's actually a bonus, what's it called? A bonus page I made, and it literally cuts to Hockey playing Clash. You cannot make this up. He goes, "Man, this game sure is fun. I'm glad Desi talked me into installing it. I should invade Anaki's base when I'm done with this guy." I really don't know why I thought it was necessary to portray Hockey as a Clash player. I don't even think the real life Hockey played Clash. This was just something I decided to do. But it's not really that important to the story, so you guys can ignore it. So now this kid playing Clash of Clans isn't looking where he's going while he's walking down the street, which I guess isn't that inaccurate to real life. I think little kids do that in real life. And also, there's this old man watching him, so I think that just makes it even more accurate to the real life. So now the old man goes, "That boy, I see the look in his eyes." I can't really see it since he's looking down at his device. "He's the kid who I'm looking for." But because gamers don't, go touch grass often, and this guy's real distracted on his phone, he doesn't realize he's about to step into this pothole. Then Hockey gets Story of Undertale because that's what the plot demands. But yeah, this does explain why he's been gone and not with the main crew, which is strange because you think that the main character would be hanging out with the main crew, but I digress, How about you guys let me know what you think of this comic that I made when I was a child in the comment section. I'm sure that it'll be filled with overwhelming positivity and, people looking forward to chapter 2. So, yeah, the video's over now. Go home or something. Go, draw, make your own comics so that when you turn 20, you get to laugh at them too. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.